New Kids on the Block here in the K2 studio.
Yes.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
This is an interview more than 30 years in the making for me, so thank you for stopping by today.
You're very
Thank
welcome.
you.
I saw
Thanks
the
for
big
having us.
announcement this morning, too, like all the exciting things.
Yeah, we're on the road again.
On the road.
Just
Can't wait to get on the road again.
I mean,
Hey.
talk about successful comebacks. Like, you guys relaunched yourselves in 2008, and I feel like it's been nonstop ever since.
Yeah.
We feel like that too.
We try to keep it fresh, over the last 15. We've back together this time longer than the first time around. So, and it really is about, having the best fans in the history of pop music as far as we're concerned. And it's been fun.
Yeah, and I feel like you guys look nice and tan. You're back from the NKOTB cruise. Was that like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
mean-
pretty great.
We survived.
This relationship you have with your fans. I was looking at old footage last night. Like, it went from crying teenagers to, I guess, like
To
now,
Crying adults.
yeah, like a lot of nice ladies and they're going out tops, right?
Yeah.
Like, how has your relationship evolved with your fans?
It's amazing. They've grown up with us. They have now brought their husbands along, their kids along, their friends along. It's really become like family now. And we all look forward to being together and seeing each other. And no matter how, it sounds cliche, but no matter how difficult or stressful this gets, somehow when we get back together with them, everything's just okay. It's walking on stage the opening night of every tour. It never gets old. It never gets boring. And listening to them scream louder than they did when they were kids will always just be music to my ears for sure.
Okay, can we talk about the dolls and the recreation of those outfits for the big announcement today? And you got Andrea freaking Barber for this? Like, when did you film this? Whose vision was this?
We filmed it the day before the cruise, actually. We all got together in Miami to film it. And I mean, we embrace all the nostalgia, so it was fun. And Andrea's been, a fan, and she's been on the cruises, but she was going on the cruise anyway, so it worked out.
And then you guys did Fuller House, like, years ago.
We had a lot of fun. I mean, we have such a history that it's cool. The one thing we hadn't done is like turned into our dolls, on a commercial. And so we did that and it turned out great.
Hey, speaking of commercials, like, I think I might have someone for you if you want someone to do commercials for this upcoming tour. Eric, can you cue this up?
I bet you like the new kids. I do. No. Listen here. If you would like to call the new kids, I don't know the phone number, but try 1-800-NEW-KIDS. I repeat, 1-800-NEW-KIDS.
Okay.
Got it?
There we go.
That was perfect.
That is the commercial.
Totally
That is the commercial.
Can we get a copy
You're
of
still
that?
adorable.
I don't know if that's your phone number still or if that's how to get in touch these days.
Oh
but yeah,
my
don't
Well,
call
actually,
it.
that was one. You said 1-800-NEW-KIDS. That actually, ours was 900, which was very expensive for the young children to call.
Kids or something like that.
Sorry about
The
that.
merchandising back in the day too, like we had it all, like the pins, the sheets, as you saw, the shirt.
Yeah.
How old were you in that video?
Guess.
7,
9.
7?
Yeah,
Nine.
I was 9.
It's
Yeah.
adorable.
Yeah,
It's
1990.
adorable.
Yeah.
We need that. We need a copy of that. That's
Oh,
gotta.
you'll get it. You'll get it. There's been so much talk about comebacks for everybody. Do you feel like you're experts on doing this comeback? Because like once you came back at 2008, you haven't stopped since.
You gotta, I mean, it's all in the stars. I mean, you gotta really, to claim that we did everything perfectly for this to happen would be wrong, I think. You have to be lucky. You have to have amazing fans. You have to be willing to, go forward and roll with it. And we're very, very blessed, and we've known each other for a long time. So I don't think there's a real blueprint that you can, tell anybody how it works.
We're writing up a manual right now.
Yes,
I was
exactly.
gonna say, send that
How
to
to come
NSYNC.
back,
A lot of
that's a
people
boy
have been
band.
talking about that
Yeah.
for like months now.
Yeah.
But do you feel like you're having more fun with it this go at it?
I think this time, well, I mean, the first go around was just so hectic, and I think all of us really couldn't be in the moment. And this time around, it's just more relaxing. I forget the question.
No,
I was goofing
But you
off,
answered
that's
it
why.
really good.
Yeah,
For
that was
having no
good.
Yeah, I
clue,
have
you did a great
ADHD
job.
too.
I was distracted over
No,
there.
I was coughing, so sorry.
I thought
No,
Jordan was dying
what
on-
John
on
was
air.
saying was when we first hit the scene, it was like it was madness, and it was hard to really soak it in and enjoy it as much as we're enjoying it now, right?
Yeah, he's also saying in the old days he hated the rest of us, and
Yeah.
now he likes us.
Well, I saw like was
Yeah.
behind the music 2 years ago. You guys did. And I watched that episode, and it really feels like you've come into yourselves, like learning how to get along a little bit better.
Thank goodness.
How to
If
live
we
life.
didn't figure it out by our 50s, we're never going to figure it out. I think we even in the old days, we don't want to make it sound like it was terrible and we didn't like each other and get along. It was a lot.
But you were
It was-
children.
It was
like
a
you
lot.
were-
Well, we're growing up.
Yeah.
Typically when you're 18 years old, you go off to college, you find out who you are for the next few years. You find your autonomy. We were doing it in a fishbowl, right? And trapped on a tour bus together. So it's complicated. I think now, we understand how fortunate we are. I think we did then, but it's different now, and I think we just truly are just surprised and grateful for it all, and have matured. We're parents and we have careers outside of the band and stuff. So it's something that I think we really have learned to honor and respect.
I was going to ask, if you didn't do the comeback in 2008, what do you envision yourselves? Like, how would life be different?
Being your co-host on KTU.
Woo! I like that.
That's one of my dreams.
Oh my goodness, you heard it here.
Yeah, I don't think my life would have been different. I mean, we have the best thing where we tour every other year, and then we can fall back on other things. I know Joe does a lot of Broadway. Jordan doing this. Donnie's on Blue Bloods. Danny's.
I don't do anything.
You used to work in aviation, didn't you?
That was a while ago.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
It was like, because I remember briefly I had a stint doing that, and that was like they were like, oh my gosh, Danny from New Kids on the Block works for. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Danny
Cool.
does something. Sorry, Danny. He's very proud of this. He's the first grandpa on the block.
Yes.
He's got
That's
2
incredible.
grandkids, 2 more coming.
2 more coming.
Oh my
Twins coming.
gosh.
Twins coming, and
Congratulations.
he's showing us the ropes for when the rest of us become grandparents.
It's kind of hard to imagine that. It's also like hard to imagine it's been 15 years since the big comeback. So in honor of that,
That's crazy.
I know 15 years. Like where did
15
that even
years.
go?
Yeah.
Let's make a bet. Who's next to be a grandparent?
Oh, you got.
I think I'm pretty close.
I hope it ain't me.
Whoa.
I hope it ain't
Donnie
me.
and Jordan have the oldest kids, so if it's about age,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah.
But Griffin's known. Your son's known. He's
But
known.
how old are
I
these
don't think
kids
so.
now?
He might be going. Oh my gosh! I have a 30-year-old and a 22-year-old.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm a 24-year-old and a
Wow.
17-year-old.
So it's really been like a family affair. Like when you're doing these tours,
For
right?
sure.
Yeah.
Everybody comes on the road.
Yeah.
For at least
yeah.
portions
I mean,
of
these
it?
guys are the best, uncles. It's been so sweet. And anytime our family's on the road, it just loosens things up and keeps you focused on, the important stuff. Balances out the grind. So it's sweet.
That's one of the big differences from back then and now. There were some family members would come on the tour and it'd be like, "Oh God, stay away from the Wahlbergs." it was
Those
always
kids are in trouble.
some family members. It was great. You'd see them and it would be like a rush of excitement, and some of them would be like, "Run!"
Do you still claim to be the better actor?
Then who? Mark?
Yeah.
Oh, listen, the track record speaks for itself. I don't have to just watch the work. You can decide for yourself. I don't think it's that hard to distinguish the two.
Well, we hope to see a lot of the family members on the road too. I mean, we're excited next summer. Let's talk about the Magic Summer 2024 tour.
Yes.
How is this going to be the same but different than the original?
Well, we're going to trim out all the bad stuff and bring back all the good
What
stuff.
was bad? There was no bad.
Yeah,
there
exactly.
talking about?
There was some bad.
There was.
Okay.
I wouldn't say bad. No, I think we've learned over the years what is best about New Kids and our fans is when we're available, right? So when we are connecting with them, you know, you can go to some tours and you see all these, you know, tricks
The
and
pirate
spaceships flying
techniques.
around, and you know, and that stuff's really cool. You know, my son loves Travis Scott. He was like, look, he's on a roller coaster. You should do that. I was like, we can't do that. We would never survive it, first of all. Second of all, our fans don't want that. They want us, right? And I
Yeah.
think the old Magic Summer Tour, it was a little heavy on the magic, actual magic tricks, which was fun, but I think it takes away from our interaction with the fans. I think, you know, we've learned over the years, the magic is in the moments, in the memories that we make with our fans every single night, and the time we share with them. And for us, it's all about creating more special times for them. You know, Joey was saying in an interview earlier, like the fans, we're an excuse for them sometimes to all hang out and have their own personal times, and they have this sisterhood and brother and sisterhood that they have, and sometimes their road trips are more about them than us, you know, but it's our responsibility to facilitate that, to entertain them, to give them as much of us as we possibly can, and not get caught up in trying to outdo all these other artists who do what they do. You know, we got to do what our strength is, and that's connect with our fans.
Now, forgive me if I'm wrong. This is going to be the first one that's outdoors, right?
In a while,
Wow, yeah.
Right? Are you excited about that? Like Jones Beach, PNC Bank Art Center. It's like a
is-
different vibe.
You know, there is, yes. I mean, the outside,
Mosquitoes,
it's
sweating.
Yeah, bring the
Yeah,
bug
yeah.
spray.
Yeah, no, it is. The
100
temperatures
degrees,
we're a little concerned about, but honestly, I think, you know, we've been lucky enough to play arenas and stadiums the last 15 years, and it's been wonderful. But this is, I think, going to give a shot in the arm. You know, we're always looking to mix it up with the fans and for ourselves and keeping it fresh. And these venues bring back a lot of memories. You know, and when we first went out on tour and got a break with Tiffany, she was playing all these, you know, outdoor arenas in sheds. They call them sheds. And there is just that, you know, those memories come back, like the sights and sounds, you know what I mean, that you don't know until you go to those places. And
Like
they
the
bring
underground like tunnel at Jones
At
Beach
Jones
that
Beach?
leaks.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I'm talking
yeah.
about. It's like
Yeah,
you go to a
yeah.
swamp.
Yeah, it's but that's still it's an iconic, you know, venue, Jones Beach, and we've been there before, and it's been a while, but I think it's going to be very exciting, and we're definitely going to embrace the moment.
We jumped in the water at Jones Beach, by the way.
Yes,
We
No, you
jumped.
did not.
Last
Yeah.
time we
Yeah.
played
I
it, yeah,
didn't.
we
I
jumped
Why
in.
does everybody says it's what's wrong with the water? It's
Nothing's wrong with the water.
There's
I
not
just
a lot of there's not a lot of flow around.
I just
that.
feel
It's
like
more
if you're
a
gonna-
day.
dirty or
no,
Is
not
there
at all. I mean,
sharks?
well,
Yes.
this year, yeah, but we won't talk about that. But I just can't imagine you jumping into the water and then going to perform.
It was
no, it was
after the show.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
there you
I
go.
did go back on the stage, and my shorts and underwear were kind of see through. Yeah, it was.
Listen, I don't think the
I
fans
didn't
were
realize.
complaining.
No, it was fine. It was good.
Well,
It was
we're
a good time
excited
for
to
all.
have you bring the magic back next summer, but also we get a little treat on Friday. You want to talk about that?
Yeah,
Thrilled.
He's like, what's
the
Friday?
block
November
revisited.
3rd.
The
my
block
God.
revisited. You started to talk about earlier,
I
and we
did.
derailed.
Sorry, I tend to do that with all my
John.
interviews.
Bless you, bless you.
John, bro.
We
Resident.
yeah, we are re-releasing the Block album. It's the album that brought us back together after 15-year hiatus. Now it's been 15 years since we put that album out. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's
This
nuts.
is crazy.
Doesn't 2008 feel like it was yesterday?
It really does. It's in some ways this last 15 years has gone by quicker than the first incarnation of the band, which was about 4 years. But it's just been, the album just means so much to us and to our fans. And it really, in the ways that the Hangin' Tough album can bring you back to your childhood, I think the Block album brings all of us back to the time when we rediscovered our childhoods together and rekindled this amazing relationship with the fans. And it's just it's an incredible album. It's got incredible guests, great songs, and now we've added more songs, unreleased songs, surprise little Easter eggs throughout the album and stuff. So I think fans are really going to enjoy it.
Definitely. They should definitely pick that up. Definitely grab those tickets when
Yep.
they go on sale for your show. You guys were absolutely wonderful. We're so excited about Friday, the tour. Thank you, New Kids on the Block, for stopping by.
Take
Thank
to
you.
you
You're
for
welcome.
life.